Well. Look what I got here, guys. PT Cruiser. That's right. Y'all know I love these cars. They used to call me JT Cruiser. I forgot what year, but based off the center console, I can typically tell if it's a Gen 1 or Gen 2. Gen 2 started in '06 and up. Anything below that is a Gen 1. This is the instrument, or this is the center console of a Gen 2. So this has to be a '06 or higher. Yeah, what are they in for? 125,000 miles. I think I've done a lot of work on this vehicle as far as maintenance, timing belt, because I normally recommend timing belts right at 80 to 100. I've seen them break as early as 60, but yeah, I recommend that about between 80 and 100. I've already done all that, I think. I think this thing got a turbo in it too. Why are they in? Wow, cigarette lighter don't work. I'm assuming what they mean is, where is it at? Oh, it's in the center. I'm assuming they're using that to charge their phone. I don't know if anybody else, but that's literally what they said. Cigarette light ain't working. You actually got a cigarette? No, I'm thinking the power outlet. And the sunroof. Wow, I ain't dealt with that in a minute. Sunroof. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's see if we can duplicate this. All right, let's start this thing up. Oh, you know what's going out on this? The ignition switch. Maybe the customer's so used to it don't bother them, but yeah, see, sometimes I got a video out there where I'm pushing up on the ignition switch to get it to start. That lets you know 100% sure your problem is the ignition switch. So if you turn this key to crank and nothing happened, and you push up on the ignition switch, yeah, you need an ignition switch. All right, but that ain't why they here. JT, stay focused, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Sunroof. It's been a minute. How do you operate this thing? You push the button, and you get nothing. Now, just about everything, every feature that is protected by a fuse. Now, is the sunroof fuse shared with the power outlet fuse? I don't know. I don't know this by heart, but it's easy to find out. And that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Inquiring minds want to know. Like I say, I think I done a whole bunch of work to this thing already. In the past, that is. Yeah, and they want to keep it on the road. I get it. Yeah, turbo, baby. You get more step, more takeoff speed. You can fly at the line. All right, take off real quick. All right, but I'm not gonna really venture into nothing. Yeah, that's a new motor mount. I'm almost guaranteed. When I do the timing belt, I usually do the. I gotta find out if that's leaked down there by that thermostat. But yeah, let's tackle the complaint, what they originally came in for first, and then we're gonna find out about any other thing. Looks like they just had an oil change. Oh, what do we have here? Mobil 1 Extended Performance. What y'all think about Mobil 1 Extended Performance? 5W30. I think that's what this car calls for. But remember what I say, guys. When you got over 100,000 miles, it's okay to experiment. I'm a big OEM engineer recommended guy up until, your engine crosses a certain amount as far as mileage. Because at that point, all bets are off. Yeah, you can experiment and find out which oil, which weight, or which viscosity is best for your. This says protect for 20,000 miles. Yeah, okay. Hey, we want this PT Cruiser to last forever. Guys, let me stop clowning around. Let's get this thing in and find out what's wrong with this damn sunroof. People want their sunroof to work and their power outlet. Y'all stay tuned, man. And what do you know, guys? Y'all see that? When I come to the start, you see that oil light flickering? And when you give it some RPM, the oil light go off. You know what that tells me? You either got a sending unit problem. First of all, we got to check oil level. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and check the oil level, and then I'm gonna take a look at that sending unit. You're really supposed to take it out and put an oil pressure gauge in that spot and see what the pressure is. See, I'm driving pretty fast. It's not blinking now. But chances are that sending unit has gone bad, and the connector. It's a PT Cruiser. Y'all watching my video on how the flickering oil light? Watch my video. I'm gonna card it right up here in the top right of your screen, somewhere right here. Watch that video as far as oil light flickering. And it's on a PT Cruiser, so some valuable information in that. Make sure you thumbs up the video. All right, let me check this thing out. Alrighty, guys, real quick. Yes, I'm still working on this PT Cruiser. Now I have the PT Cruiser set up, pulled up on my computer, the wiring diagram. Okay, we dealing with a tip-em here, guys. Yes, all 06 and up PT have a tip-em. Here's a sunroof motor right here. So what I need to find out is if these two inputs here have their necessary power supply. All right, and just as I thought, they go up to a couple of fuses. So I need to be concerned with fuse 16 and fuse 24. Okay, we need to find out if these fuses are blown. Now, where are these fuses? Okay, this is a fuse 16. That should be easy to find directly on the tip-em. Let's go to the tip-em. Oh, here's the tip-em. Oh, that wasn't even all the way on there. What we need is 16 right there, 15 out right here, and come on out of here. I don't want to go get no pliers. Ta-da! It's blown. Now, I caution any and everybody with getting excited. Guys, finding a blown fuse is not a fix. I mean, you're in the right direction, obviously, but you can't go back to a customer and say, yes, man, we found your problem. It was just a blown fuse. No, these things pop for a reason. Why did this one pop? I don't know. What I'm going to do right now is find another fuse and put it in here and see if there's a hard short, dead short or whatever. And we're going to go from there. Let me go find a spare fuse. Ta-da! All right. What we're going to do is stick my spare test fuse. Yeah, that's good. Now we're going to go see. It didn't pop. So it's not a dead short. Let's go see what happened. Will the sunroof start working? Again, guys, finding and replacing a blown fuse is not a damn fix. All right, still got the key on. Let's see. Hey. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Now, as you can see, the sunroof is working. However, that doesn't explain what popped that fuse. Now, what you can do is look for some obstructions in the track. You know, like an acorn or something, or a leaf or something got bent down here. But I don't see any on this side, guys. So I'm gonna operate this sunroof a couple more times. If I don't find a problem, I still don't have an explanation for why that fuse popped. All right. So I don't know. I'm gonna blow this out, clean this out, clear the drains, and operate the sunroof a couple more times, a lot of more times. I want to see if yeah, it's working. It's not popping. So I don't know. So that's that. Again, blown fuse, replacing a blown fuse is not a fix. So let me look this thing over and see what else this car may need. All right, y'all hold tight. And just like that, ta-da! Yes, this guy really want this PT Cruiser to last forever. We didn't have no spark plugs in stock. They actually had to go get me some spark plugs. Now notice they're Champion. Okay, that's what they originally calls for, I'm guessing. Remember, guys, this cars only have like 100,000 miles on it. Yeah, they're just not Mopar, so we'll settle for Champion. All right, we got 4 spark plug. You know the unique thing about a turbo doing a tune-up, I don't have to pull the plenum. There's a straight shot down there on the spark plugs. Okay, once I remove this cover, you can get the cylinder 2 and 3 without removing the plenum, like on the non-turbo units. We're doing an oil change. Did I got the right oil filter? Mopar, baby. Yeah, that's why it's still running. Now it's all making sense. We're using mostly Mopar stuff. Look, Mopar fuel injection cleaner. Oh, this thing gonna run perfect after I'm done with it. We're gonna tune this baby up. We want an oil change. Okay, we gotta have oil. Man, look what we going in with. So what this tells me is this customer got we getting Max Pro, guys. What was that inside the car? Mobile One. Obviously Mopar oil is better than Mobile One. Whatever that stuff was in the seat. Yeah, we're going with Mopar, baby. Forget that Mobile One garbage. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarts. I don't know if a turbo will take more or not. Let's see what's the condition of this oil look like. Not bad. All right, so what I'm waiting on is the oil sending unit. Remember the oil light flickering. Remember what I told y'all? Watch that video. I can't card it but once. That explains that. And I'm waiting on the radiator cap and a thermostat. Yeah, that's bothering me. Okay, I think I already did a water pump, timing belt, and all the pulleys inside already. So this right here should hold this guy. All right, so I got a lot of work to do, as you can see, guys, and I'm not gonna hold you up or tie this video up. PT Cruiser, baby. This thing, he want this thing to last. Air filter was okay. Okay, I think we changed this the last time we was here, or he was here. Okay, yeah, you can tell. Look at that Mopar crisp. All right, transmission fluid, I think I serviced it last time. You can see it's still reddish. All right, this is a 41 TE. It's due for service every 60,000. If you want it to last, you better service all your PT Cruiser owner. You may not have a turbo, but it's similar. In fact, it's the same. You want this thing to last? The transmission and the engine is really what'll put you down. The engine is prone to overheating because it's soft-ass aluminum head. So let me put this warning out there. First sign of overheating, stop driving it. Go get that fixed. You do not want to drive if this thing is past the halfway mark. All you're doing is cooking that soft aluminum head. And you're going to think you need a head gasket because you have blown head gasket symptoms. When in reality, you just warp the head. I've seen a mini mechanic waste time and money on doing head gasket jobs. No, guys, you can really ruin and destroy. Even if you send it out, the machine shops are not what they used to be. They're not really pressure testing these heads, making sure they flat. You don't need a head at that point. And at that point, you need an engine. And at that point, you need another car because the money is steadily piling up. You exceed the value of the car with every single repair that you need that could have been prevented. All right? These things are not prone to overheating. It's just prone to problems making it overheat. If your fan ain't working, check that. If that thermostat ain't opening and closing, you got problems with that. Don't let your car get over the halfway mark or you simply destroying this engine beyond repair. All right, I'm talking too much. I gotta go. Thanks for watching.